the whole new school producer phenomenon, it has a similar dynamic to the new school DJ phenomenon, you know, with the digital thing, especially when we're talking about hip hop. You know, every producer of the golden era brought texture and harmonic sensibility and melodic sensibility to rearranging pieces of other people's music that has definitely lost a little bit of its place with regard to the recording industry. Just the simple idea of layering drums, using different drums for each track, taking an obvious sample and filtering it to the point where it's damn near unrecognizable and using it in a different way, making it sound like something else. I think that a lot of those dynamics, a lot of that creative impetus is lost on the new generation. You know, now everything is mixed, stereo, straight up the middle, first of all, so your fundamental sonic experience is different. I listen to old Pete Rock records or Marley Marl records or Bomb Squad records. When I close my eyes, I can see the band. You know, the drums are a little off-center, the background's over here, the lead vocalist is a little off-center, the keys are over here. Now, everything is driven up the middle. And back then, you know, producers were working with a much more complicated means through which to get these creative ideas across. So the diligence that went into finding the sample, filtering the sample, cutting it to tape, cutting the tape, redoing that again over and over and over to get different dynamics and different sonic components to do what they've done in the music to make us even be here talking about it today. It was enormous, you know, pioneering work. Now, just like with the DJ phenomenon, you know, you jump online, snatch down a program comes with a mountain of sounds in it already. So these young producers might not even have any knowledge of, let alone respect of the idea of, I'm gonna take this record and chop my kick, my snare, my hi-hats, and whatever other drum sounds. I'm gonna take this record and get all my melodic sounds. I'm gonna get my bass line over here, or I'm gonna play the bass line. Those factors really don't exist for the new school producer, unless they're a musician, and unless they have a respect for the history of production in that department. But I think that the music that's being put out to the masses within the top 100 and within the urban FM programming dynamic now is hyper cheap. It's ultra cheap compared to what we were getting. Cheap in terms of production quality, cheap in terms of songwriting quality. I think they're all, unfortunately, sinking with the same ship. I mean, think about it like this. Kool G Rap. One of the illest, ego trip, tough guy MCs in the game. Talk to you about stabbing people, drugs, wild shit, but so poetically. The intellectual capacity behind the storytelling was what gave the story an opportunity to have life. You're not giving him a pass while he's talking about bad shit. All of us were 2 steps away from the very same bad shit. To have a dude come out with that type of eloquence and make that point, and you can say, damn, what a great story. All the classic golden era ego trip rappers. Tell me who's the current day MC that makes you feel that way. I don't know who he is. A couple guys have some flashes of brilliance. I mean guys who have made it within the FM programming canon at the moment. But unless you got like a Dane Jordan, who's rocking with Jazzy Jeff, or Chance the Rapper, Rashid Chappelle, MC La Melodia in Amsterdam. Choice few young MCs that really understand what it is to be a writer, to be a poet, to be a person who's actually trying to speak for other people rather than just be braggadocious or talk about how much shit you got or how tough you are. You know, I miss that. I miss that big time.
Like, if you get a hit song, you think you're gonna be singing 50 different songs in one night? No, they wanna hear that same one song you gotta hit up.
I think music should offer that to young people, a perspective that they may not even be looking at.
It can't take just one person to keep the West Coast at the forefront. If I'm the shining light, you know, that can branch that off, then so be it. I'm gonna do just that.
You're not gonna say nothing back to that, and then it's just like, yo, give me a session. Like, I'm gonna diss him, and I'm gonna tell everybody that I feel dissed.